Hello, Johnny.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, how about yourself?
Okay.
It's a pleasure to get to talk to you.
Yeah, same here.
How do you do?
Out in my yard working.
Excuse me?
I said I've been out in my yard working.
Oh.
A little out of breath there.
I had this funny feeling, I get handed phone numbers all the time, and I looked at 904 and I said, that must be Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute. Usually, you get handed a phone number and you have to go through 3 agents and two A&R, and I heard the baby cry and I said, no, the man is at home.
Yeah, I'm at home.
You got a family, John?
Yeah, I sure do.
Wife and child?
Yeah, I got a little girl. She's going on 8 months now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is Lindsay Michelle.
Lindsay Michelle. That's pretty. I'll be down.
We thought so whenever we picked it out.
Boy, time flies.
Sure does.
Wow. What is going on with you these days? What are you up to?
Well, we just made a change of record companies, as a matter of fact. You're talking about A&R. We went to MCA Records. We were on Polygram, and we switched to MCA. So we've been off since the first year. We had an album out last year, 82, on Polygram called Master Wildlands.
Right, it was a real good album, too.
And we toured that most of 83 all the way up till the first of 83. And then we took off about a month and been out doing some dates. Just got off some dates with Cheap Trick and got to doing a date with Charlie Daniels and, just playing around writing some new songs and been making this record deal contract, to switch.
Right. What, can I ask why you made the switch? Is it a...
When we signed at Polygram, the first thing that happened to us on our first record is that the guy who signed us, the president who signed us, left the company. So, it was like, and then they had another president change too. So in the period of 3 years, they had right at, I think it was 4 presidents at Polygram Records. So that didn't do my career any good because the new presidents were trying to sign new people that he could get credit for signing.
Right.
And, basically we suffered, because this one would come in and he'd have this way he's going to do it, and this one had this way they're going to do it, So basically we suffered there, and our option was up, and we wanted out, and the new guy that just came in about 7, 8, 9 months said, you can go if you want, and so we said, okay, bye-bye. So basically that's the whole thing. Yeah,
I was surprised. I'm sure you're not aware of it. I had done a thing in the fall. I think it just, as a matter of fact, I think it just aired in Jacksonville. I'd done a TV show called Florida Rocks, and Polygram had provided your video of It's You for that, and that was why I was surprised to hear you had changed record companies.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that they were bad to us,
right?
But it's just that they had so many changes going on that we never knew who to go to.
Do you suppose that is the reason, all the personnel changes, that maybe they weren't able to give you the attention that you needed to really make the breakthrough?
Yeah, I believe so, in a way, and I'm still, don't know if I have written a big hit single yet either, but I've been home now and trying to get everything together for this new album with MCA, and it looks like I got a brand new, beginning otherwise. And I'm just about like starting over to be honest. I still got the same band, but we've just taken our whole thing and said, let's stop for a while. Let's sit back and write some songs and get on a new record deal. If we have to, get a new agent. If we have to, get a new everything.
Do what it takes, huh?
Yeah, to do what it takes, and to because the music business is changing right now. And when we started making records, it was 79 going into 80.
Right.
So in the 80s, brought in a lot of new switches in the music business and a lot of new ideas and everything. And we're just trying to get a grip on the whole thing.
That's what I wonder. There's a now, you can holler at me if I don't handle this as delicately as one could, but there's a real difference in the sound between you and your brothers, and I wonder if there really is a difference with the '80s. There's a whole different sound that's getting accepted than there was 5 or
exactly.
2 years ago. How will the Johnny Van Zant band cope with that, if at all, or will you just pursue what you've been doing?
No, I've been writing with a keyboard player and. Been writing with a guy that wrote Hurt So Good with John Cougar. And just I'm trying to get with some different people too, and still write with the same guys too. That I've been writing with, just to get a broader, whole view of the music business. And I watch a lot of MTV to see what's going down. I'm not saying that I'm gonna paint my hair purple or anything.
No.
Or go crazy.
Well, probably won't cut it either, right?
I'm definitely.
You still got the
definitely thinking about getting my hair styled.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Is that serious?
So, I'm just trying to make the switch into the 80s, and I think I'm going to be able to do it, definitely.
Well, that's good to hear. I must say I enjoyed the stuff off of Last of the Wild Ones more than I had any of the other albums.
Uh-huh.
So I hope that as you adjust things for, I guess I know you have to think in commercial terms. You're talking about MTV, but I hope a lot of that won't be lost.
Yeah.
There was a real good sound there.
Well, I'm not saying. Definitely got to have your rock and roll stuff too. But we just I don't know. Like I say, I'm still. We've got about, I'd say 12, 14 new songs right now. And before I go into the studio, I'm not looking to go into the studio until probably in July or something like that. So, or maybe even, the 1st of September. I'm going to be working with Rodney Mills, who does 38 Specials records for them. And it's going to be the first time that Rodney's ever produced me. He's did a couple of demos of mine. And matter of fact, he did a demo of mine to get with MCA.
What was that on?
Well, no, it's not on a record.
No. I mean, what was the demo of?
It was on new material. A couple of songs called Midnight Sensation, Lonely Girls, and Never Met a Woman.
Any of that stuff ever show up?
It may on this new MCA deal. And we're playing a couple of them live. We're playing Midnight Sensation and Never Met a Woman live. And, we just got, like I said, we got about, 12, or I think it's 12 to 14 songs. But, before we go in, I'm hoping to have at least close to 30, something like that, to choose from. And because I have a few more months to write, so I think I'll have a lot of songs to choose from. I feel real good about that.
Well, it sounds like it. Yeah. Do you ever have you ever run across your and I promise you I'm not going to dwell on this, but I think it's an obvious kind of question. You've been third in line on a very musical, very popular musical family. Have you ever felt that maybe one of the reasons that really have not had that as much commercial success is that people have said, "Oh God, another brother," maybe he's just trying to slide in.
Yes and no. I think
deserved or not is the question.
Yeah. I feel that sometimes I did get hit with that, but I think if that goes back to Polygram too. See, we released a single called "It's You" on the last record,
right?
And they basically couldn't get it off the ground to get Top 40 to play it. So that was, or they didn't want to get it played. Otherwise, they were too busy getting a Hurt So Good played that they passed up on my single, and it really didn't work single. So I don't really know, how to answer that question, but I really don't feel that too much. I feel if it was pushed, that I'd have that commercial break, definitely.
Well, good. I would tend to agree with you on that. It is a likely question. It's in the same sense that there's I don't know that it's difficult. You really can't even among brothers, even among different individuals, it's the same type of thing. You really can't compare, especially it's not a competitive type of thing, but there has been a definite difference in sound. There's not as much of a southern sound in your music as
well, I don't, we're from the South, but we have to go play New Jersey and Los Angeles. So I guess that's one of the reasons why. And this album's definitely going to not be a southern rock record. We're from the South and proud to be from the South, but it's not going to be getting drunk in a bar and raising hell or anything like that in any of the lyrics.
Right.
I feel it's going to be some technical stuff, to be honest.
What even the guy who's supposed to have all the questions can sometimes stumble. It's a fact. what have you been doing with yourself besides the songs lately? I gather you've had some time off. How have you been spending it?
Just spending it at home, doing what I do today, working out in my yard, just spending time getting everything together, really. Basically, 95% of it spent right now trying to get everything together.
Had you ever given any thought at any time to doing anything other than what you're doing now?
Yes, but this is what I enjoy the most, really.
Can I dare ask what it was?
I don't, to be honest, I really don't know.
Did you? Was there ever a time, when Johnny Van Zant chased fire engines because he wanted to be a fireman, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, my father was a truck driver, and I always wanted to be a truck driver. So, but that was a pretty good while back. We own a truck right now, so I drive that every once in a while, so I kind of get that out of me.
I see.
After about 50 miles, I'm ready to give up the wheel. So, but no, this is basically what I've always wanted to do, and I think I haven't been no superstar yet in it, but I have been able to make a living and and to make records and stuff like that. And that's what I always wanted to do. I always said I never really cared if I made a penny on a record, but you have to. Now that I have a wife and a kid, you have to definitely make a profit, to live on it. But like I said, I have lived off of it, and I can go out and play anytime and make money, so I don't have to go out and work. And otherwise 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
But so I enjoy that right now, and I think with the new changes that I've made, that either late 1983 or either early 1984, I think I'm going to get a break, definitely, that I deserve.
I would hope so. I really do. What do you think of, and is there a music scene right now in northern Florida like there's been over the last few years? Is there?
What do I think of it?
Yeah, is it? The last couple of years, there'd been quite an explosion of people who've made it very well out of, let's say, from Gainesville to Jacksonville.
Yeah, well, I mean, I really like Tom Petty a lot.
Right.
And I think it's great that people are making it out here, so Florida can be known as a musical place. And are
you familiar with anything that's going on up there now?
Where at?
And the bands that might be up and coming? Or?
No, not really. Basically, I just try to take care of the Johnny Van Zant band. That's enough,
right.
to be honest.
All right.
Because when I'm at home, I just sort of keep to myself and do what I have to do. But whenever I'm out on the road, I tend to have a good time and get into all the rock and roll stuff.
Let me ask you this: has there been? It's been good 4 years now. You've been playing. And recording, especially.
Recording, yeah.
Recording. I know you've been playing for longer than that. In the 4 years that you've been recording and you've been a recording act, has there been a really difficult lesson for you to learn? Something
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pressure, I can tell you that. Because, your first album, you got just about a lifetime, really, to write that. But whenever you come off and they want you to go back, whenever you come off a tour 1 month, and then the next following month they want you to go back in and start recording the next record.
Right.
That tends to affect your writing. That puts a lot of pressure on you writing-wise. And, I guess that would be one thing. And another thing is that there's just really a lot of red tape in the music business. You have to go around your arm to get to your asshole, to be honest. But that's about it, to be honest. Like I said, I mean, I enjoy both parts of the music business. I really enjoy the playing part of it. But I think there's different times. I've learned that there's different times for different things. Whenever you get ready to go into the studio and you're playing to do a record, you have to get in that sort of frame of mind. Then whenever you get out, you have to get in another sort of frame of mind that you have to go out in front of people and perform the songs that you do on the records.
Is there let me see, I guess kind of, maybe it's the same question that you just answered, but I'm wondering if there's like a best and a worst that you found. Well, I think you just answered the best, but is the red tape the worst part of it?
Yeah, I would say so. Well, it's just all big organization, But, you know, my manager takes care of a lot of that for me, so I don't have to worry about that. But I still worry about it anyway.
Right.
But, you know, I don't know, you know, it's just that I guess all big businesses are like that, you know. You have to go through this person to get to the next person, stuff like that. But you know, luckily with this MCA thing, it's been definitely a different scene than the whole Polygram thing so far.
I go back a little bit. What do you remember most about the Austin Nichols band?
What do I remember about it?
Yeah. What was the best maybe even your favorite memory of the Austin Nichols band, which I gather was the first band you put together?
Right. Geez, I guess starting to play high schools and stuff like that, you know, just, you know, coming up around Jacksonville here. And there's a place called Dino's Disco on the north side that we used to play, and used to have a lot of really good times out there. Now I guess that would be the best memories in that group, really.
Were there women chasing the band members at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Starts early, huh?
Yeah, Dino's was pretty a wild place anyway.
I had a chance to read over a bio that was in a file here, and they said something to the effect of faking of IDs and such.
Yeah, we used to have to do that. For one thing, Robbie, the drummer, he was only 12, 13 years old, and I was about 14 or 15 or 16, something like that, and really wasn't supposed to be in bars, so we used to do that a lot.
How did you folks feel about that? You playing them?
Well, they liked it because I made my own money. You know, but no, you know, they really did. They liked it a lot. You know, and the places that we played, you know, were fairly, you know, it wasn't completely crazy places. So.
It's a pretty for a Southern family. It's a pretty liberal attitude to have the kids playing in bars.
Yeah. Well, they had plenty of. I guess lessons to be learned by Ronnie and Donnie. You know, so.
Yeah.
By the time I came around, it was pretty easy.
I'm sorry. I must be drifting a little bit. I've been in production all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know we'd be chatting until just a couple of hours ago.
Okay.
So I apologize if I'm a little slow at thought here today.
That's okay. I just came off the road yesterday, so I'm pretty slow at thought here.
Yeah, now they tell me you're going to be coming to town next week.
Yeah.
Down here in St. Pete. What kind of things can we expect from the show?
Well, a lot of new stuff. We're playing a bunch of new stuff off the tape, the demo tape that I told you about. We're playing two songs off that. And,
Midnight Sensation? And
yeah, Never Met a Woman.
Never Met a Woman.
Just look for a lot of new stuff and some of the old stuff too. Play a few songs off the Last of the Wildlands record, and a few off around too. And I don't know, you know, just really a good time, and you know, we'll be there rocking definitely.
It's real good. I'm going to be talking to a fellow that I think you're familiar with. Probably, I think I'm talking to him tomorrow. Alan Collins.
Oh yeah, you're talking to Alan.
Yeah, we got a call yesterday that Alan just put out a new album.
Right.
And
he's on MCA too.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, what is Donnie on?
A&M.
Ah, well, eventually you'll all wind up together. Keep working.
Well, that's one reason I feel real good about MCA too, is because they've had Ronnie and them, and they've made a bunch of money off of Lynyrd Skynyrd. So,
yeah.
You know, maybe they can hit twice with another Van Zandt. Maybe lightning can strike twice.
I would hope so. Is that a? I think that's one of the reasons why I've kind of skimmed on our conversation. Is I wonder if that's a, you know, it's been a while, but I wonder if that's an easy thing for you to talk about. Talking about Ronnie and the Skynyrd and all. Is that something we can discuss for a moment? Or?
Sure.
Okay. I don't want to.
No problem.
For the story, I'm more interested in Johnny Van Zandt, but it's inevitable that it does come up. And you were, I guess, gosh, you must have been. You're about 22, 23?
Yeah, I'm 23.
So you must have been. Well, we're about the same age. I'm just about 23. So you must have been about 15 or 16 when the band was going really hot. Do you remember that much about it? Was it a wild time around the Van Zandt household, or was most of that away from the house? I'm not real familiar with the age difference.
Yeah. No, you know, I mean, just like anybody else, really, to be honest. Just really happy that the whole thing was going down.
Did it have that much direct effect on you, I guess is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, well, it made me want to go into the music business, yeah.
how many years difference is there between you and Ron?
It's a pretty good bit, to be honest.
Is it 15 years, maybe? 10, 15 years?
He's been about 31, 32 now, so...
It's about 8 years.
You figure from there.
Wow, yeah.
You know, there's Donnie just turned 30, so there's that difference between us.
Hmm. Are you close to Donnie?
Yeah, real.
Yeah, I just wanted I know, usually an older brother, when you had that many years, is that much more of an influence on a younger brother. Very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we all lived at the house at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And used to watch scary movies together and stuff like that.
Is that the favorite film, the scary stuff?
Do what now?
I said, is that what you're into as far as the movies go?
Oh, yeah, I do. I really do.
What's been the best thing you've seen lately?
I haven't really. There's no Exorcist. There's no anything here these days. But, you know, I'm waiting for the new one. I don't know, you know.
There's what do they got, the sequel to Psycho this summer, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Will you be first on line for that? Yeah.
No. But, so you're going to be talking to Alan, huh?
Yeah, tomorrow, I think.
Are you doing an interview with him?
Yeah, it's...
Stupid question to ask.
Well, no, it's not. It'll just bring us closer on even us up. I think you're still 2 or 3 stupid questions behind me. Alan doesn't do many interviews,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know how he came to deciding to do this one, but I'll be talking to him tomorrow. I had thought that I would be talking to him 3 years ago when Russell and Collins first got together, and they played. I've been in Gainesville the last couple of years.
Uh-huh.
And
going to college then?
Yeah. One of the first tune-ups that Russell and Collins did was at Great Southern in Gainesville, and he begged off the interview then, so I'm kind of anxious to talk to him now. It's quite a coincidence to talk to the two of you this week.
All right.
Nice tie in there. And I talked to another guy you're probably familiar with, Artemis.
Oh yeah.
Don't even need a last name for him.
Yeah. When did you talk to him?
That'll be just about a year now.
Uh-huh.
Right after he had just put out his first album.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. Right after let's see. He had just gotten over the most recent motorcycle accident. And I believe a month after I spoke to him, he had another one.
He's something, man.
Yeah, he sure is. How is Johnny Van Zant a quiet kind of person? Not involved in all the. Are you a boozer on the weekends? Or,
No,
you know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Quiet family man? How would you characterize yourself?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes when I'm at home, and but.
And what do you like on tour?
You have to have a good time.
Right.
You have to enjoy it. And
well, now that you are married, you do have a kid. I would imagine a child. Pardon me. I'd imagine that some of the good time of being out on the road has changed a little bit. How have you adjusted?
Yeah.
You notice the delicacy in my voice?
Yeah. You don't want to slip up, do you?
No, I really don't. I respect marriage and children. I really do.
I do too, definitely. And besides music, that's been the best thing that's happened to me. And to be honest,
nice.
that's been the best thing that's happened to me. Music comes secondary. And
I'm going to send a copy of that quote. I'm going to write it on paper and send it to your wife. Johnny really said this, so next time you get mad at him, you just think about this.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It probably would help me out. Since that, I believe it's made me want to settle down and work for it, instead of having this great hobby of playing music and stuff, because that's sort of what music is. A lot of people go hunting and stuff. Well, it's sort of what I do for a living and my hobby.
Right.
So this is, this made me, I think, realize that hey, quit messing around and get down and do your stuff better than what you've been doing, and just go for it, man. Instead of messing around, So up to this point, before I got married and stuff, it didn't matter to me if I made a buck or not, or if I made it or whatever, But now I look at Lindsay Michelle, I say, well, I got to make it, I need to make it, and so she can be proud of her dad, and I can be proud of myself too,
That's very nice. That's almost a ballad in itself.
Yeah.
That's nice. How long have you been married?
Jesus, over a year or so. How long have we been married? She's over here in the kitchen. It's been about 2 years. I said over a year, so I'm in trouble already.
Seems like you're gonna need that little bit.
I'm telling you.
Oh man.
So but I enjoy it, and it's something to come home to, and something to spend a lot of Southern Belle telephone money on. But no, I really enjoy it, and that's how come. I don't know. My first couple of albums, I did them, and just on the last little albums, I started really taking my music a lot more serious, I would say, and so now, I know I have to make some changes, and I think so far I've been doing that, so.
And when are we looking at release of the first album on MCA?
Well, like I said, either it'll be early winter, or late winter, excuse me, November, December, or either it might be the 1st of '84, January or February, somewhere like that. It really depends on what the record company thinks, because around Christmas time they usually have the mad Christmas release of Kenny Rogers and everybody's Christmas album.
The generic stuff.
Yeah, so to get a new album, the support that it needs, I think we might wait, but I'm not for sure yet, It depends, really. It depends on when we get into the studio and get it finished and get all the marketing and everything right for it.
Oh, good. Well, look, I wish you a lot of luck with it.
Okay, well, tell Alan hello.
Will do. I will do that. And
I haven't seen him in a long time. Tell him I'm on the same record label he's on now. So.
Maybe at the Christmas party this year.
Yeah. Okay, man. Thanks a lot.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, John.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.